Oh, we're back with the greatest journey Chronicles. It's time for us to resume and pick up where we left off. On a cliffhanger. Ah! I'll be alright, Mr. Naruhodo. After them, go! Behind that door. In the storeroom. Hurry! Gina. It's Gina. Gina, no. That moment, Winterbank's pawnbrokery became a crime scene. Everything that followed happened in a whirlwind of activity. The arrival of the police, the preliminary investigation of the scene, and the questioning. Just before dawn, before I was allowed back to my lodgings at 221B. Iris. Oh, Iris. A telegram came, but all it said was, wait at home. Oh, yeah. He asked one of the policemen to have it sent. It was simply impossible to come back. When I woke up, I was all alone. Hurley and Ginny were gone. Everyone was gone. What happened, Runo? Poor Iris. She's trembling. She's obviously trying very hard to not let herself get too worried. I'll explain everything that I know. Something awful has happened, hasn't it? Yes, I'm afraid so. I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Iris, but Mr. Winterbank is dead. He was shot. We discovered it in the early hours of the morning. Oh, yes. I had a feeling. You did? I saw all of those police carriages pulling up outside his shop. So I knew something must have happened there. Oh. When we entered Winterbank's at the small hours, we disturbed a gang of 2 thugs. They ran out onto the street and I chased after them, but they got away. So, it was one of them who shot old Mr. Winterbank, I suppose. I don't know, but that's not what the police believe at the moment. Oh, why not? They've arrested someone else as their prime suspect, you see. Gina. Ginny? But why? Well, the thing is... No, Ginny wouldn't do something like that. I know. None of us think she did it. Why have they arrested her? I'm sorry. There was nothing I could do. We got a lot to go through here. Let's not bury the lead here. So where's Hurley then? Is he still there investigating the scene? We really ought to have some breakfast. It's not good for him to miss meals. We're just piling it on today. I don't want you to worry, Iris, but I have some news about Mr. Holmes. He was taken to the hospital this morning. What? Well, when we entered Winterbank's, a gun was fired, and he took a bullet. Hurley? Was shot? No. It's all right. His life isn't in danger. Really? Are you sure? Where is he? Which hospital? He's at St. Sinner's. They're tending to him there. I must see him. At once. I'm sorry, Iris, but you can't. Why not? That's not fair. I'm a family member. I should be allowed. No, I mean, nobody can see him at the moment. He's not allowed any visitors. They're preparing to operate, you see. To operate? Oh, poor Hurley. Just go straight down the line here. Okay. It was the two thugs who were at Mr. Windbag's shop. They shot Mr. Holmes when he disturbed them, you see. It was pitch black inside the shop at the time. My mind went totally blank, I'm afraid. I just froze. After them. Go! After that, I ran out into the street, but they were long gone. I shouldn't have hesitated. I'm so sorry. It's my fault. I let them get away. I think that's a very good thing. Sorry? As if you'd seen which way they went and chased after them. You might have been shot as well, Bruno. That's a very good point. That's a very good point. To everything else, I couldn't bear that. Oh, Iris. Susato. Where's Suzie, Bruno? She's still at the police station. Oh, why? I expect she's still being questioned. Police said they wouldn't be finished for a while. Why aren't you there, then? Well, I didn't get a good look at the criminals anyway, so they weren't questioning me for long. Miss Susato stayed behind at the scene to tend to Mr. Holmes, so they didn't get started until later. Ah, I see. Besides, one of us had to come back to be with Iris. I'm glad Inspector Gregson agreed to me leaving early. You should have let me know, and I would have come to the station. I'm sorry. I don't understand why they arrested Ginny. It's not fair. What are the two thugs that were at the scene? Why aren't they the prime suspects? After all, they shot Hurley dead, didn't they? No, I mean, Mr. Holmes isn't dead, Iris. This is all so horrible. The thing is, Mr. Windbag was found on the floor in the storeroom where he keeps all the deposited articles. The storeroom door was locked from the inside. I see. But he wasn't alone in there. Gina was found next door on the floor as well. But, oh no! And according to the detectives who investigated afterwards... Don't tell me. There was no one else in the room. Yes, exactly. How did you know? It's the only explanation. Yes, the only explanation indeed. What do you mean by that, Bruno? Well... Oh, what can I say? Damned if I agree, damned if I don't. Afraid I'll need to go out again now, Iris. There's not much I can do at the moment. I can at least try to find out how Mr. Holmes and Gina are getting on. I want to go too. Take me with you, Bruno. I can't stand just sitting around here waiting. Not sure how I feel about taking a 10-year-old child to the scene of a murder. I don't want to leave her all alone here either. Alright then, Iris. Perhaps you can help me? Oh yes, I'd love to. Gina's at the prison. Mr. Holmes is, probably in his hospital bed. Don't forget we have to visit the crime scene. We need to conduct a thorough investigation. Ah, I can see you're ready for action. I imagine Iris would appreciate going to the hospital sooner rather than later. Okay, no talkie. We can actually investigate all of our stuff with Iris. I've been here in London for about 2 months. My desk is starting to look a little messy already. Hurley's desk is far worse, you know? I'm sure if I try hard enough, I can make my desk as messy as Mr. Holmes's. I wonder. You don't think I can? Well, it takes a certain genius to reach that level of disorder, you know. The path to true mess is long and arduous, it seems. What is this? Ah, the Daruma doll I brought with me from home. Still with only one eye colored in. I said I'd color the other eye in once I won my first court case here in Britain, but... That's cruel, only letting it have one eye. Yes, but it's because I don't consider myself a good enough lawyer yet, you see. Once I become a fully fledged lawyer, Miss Susato will color in the other eye for me. Well, in that case, why not color in the other eye now? And then every time you win a new case, give it an extra eye. Whoa. Big brain mode. I love it. You could never have too many eyes, you know? Call me crazy, but I never considered that. That's a good idea, Iris. It's spring at last and the weather is warmer now. I love the smell of the fire and the steam rising from the kettle. Oh, how about some tea, Runo? Thanks, Iris, but I'm alright for now. The green tea Susato-san makes for me from time to time, and Iris's unique herbal infusions. This place is paradise for a true tea lover. If you're sure, you know I always have plenty whenever you're feeling thirsty. Iris always does have the tea. The spade has been here since we started renting this place. Runo, that's not a spade, it's a shovel. Ah, you're a shoveler, aren't you? I had a feeling you'd pick me up on that. Oh no, a pick is something else entirely. Ah! Now I've dug myself into an even deeper hole. Good one. We're having a bit of fun. Before I get back into the seriousness of the case, this is the tea set that Miss Susato brought with her from Japan. Let's hope she hasn't noticed me slipping sugar and milk into my cup when she makes it. It's just so bitter. Susie's lovely green tea has had quite the impact on Hurley, you know. He stopped putting milk and sugar in his coffee, even. And Hurley is normally bitterly opposed to bitterness. That's a surprise. Genuinely a surprise. Oh, this looks like a telegram. It is, but you mustn't open it. Not under any circumstances. Alright, I won't. Oh, now then, let's see. X-ray vision. No, what did I just say? You mustn't open it. Don't worry, I won't. With this special concoction I've developed, I'll be able to see through the envelope without having to open it. No, that's not allowed either. Oh, but I'm sure it's something important. Little geniuses sure can be mischievous. It's clearly something more than we were expecting, given how Susato has been acting in all these things. We're rather lucky to find that old aquarium left behind here. The prawns we put in there are doing rather well, and the anemones too. Apparently, tanks like those were very popular in London before I was born. Oh, you mean they're not anymore? I think people discovered it was too much effort to clean them out and change the water all the time. I can believe that. Prawns and anemones are fun. For a while. Anything else we can look at? Just Susato's room. You know, I've never seen inside Miss Susato's room. I haven't so much as put my head around the door. Oh, Suzie often invites me up. It's so much fun. Really? What's her room like? I can't tell you that. Oh. The young maiden's private chamber is a place of bittersweet secrets, you know. Where have I heard that before? I suppose some things aren't the same the world over. Fair enough. New location's been added. Go to prison. Oh, we can go to St. Sinner. Iris's comments. It's always a bit quiet when Hurley's not around. It feels different to normal today for some reason. Okay, good place there, but let's go to St. Sinner first. Is there a past equivalent of Dr. Hottie? Hurley. Oh, he's not here. No, that's strange. Nurse definitely said he was in the bed by the window, didn't she? Oh, I know what's probably happened. Hurley was being a big baby, and the bullet wound wasn't that bad after all, so he's been sent home. I'm not so sure about that. Baby or not. No question that it was a fairly serious injury that Mr. Sholmes suffered. Oh.
Hello. What have we here?
What are you?
This ward is off limits. No visiting. What are you doing in here, eh?
Hi, Bobby. But I have you know we're Hurley's next of kin.
Eh? Oh? Well, begging your pardon then, ma'am. Sir? The old lady and a curious Eastern gentleman. A great mystery solved for as a serious family, eh?
That's how you see us, sure. Where is he, Constable? Where's Hurley?
I believe he is currently in the operating theatre, ma'am. Undergoing an extensive operation.
Extensive?
It has been several hours since he went in.
Oh, dear. Is he going to be all right?
Well, it doesn't appear to be working, you see. The anesthetic, that is.
No.
I have had a report that the gentleman claims he may have had a little too much to drink last night. Coffee, that is. Anyway, I think it will be fair to assume that he won't be back here for several hours yet.
I see. Thank you, Constable. Perhaps we should leave and come back later. Oh, poor Hurley. Let's at least see what this is. We can't examine that. Can't examine this, though. There's a notice board on the wall here. Look. Let's see. What does it say? Thought of the day. On seeing any vermin, calmly and discreetly inform matron. Oh yes, they have rats and mice in hospitals like this that love to feast on all of the medicine. If you don't deal with them, there's nothing left to treat the patients. Rats and mice? Oh, I see. This is a rather old building, I suppose. The doctors and nurses are all very good, I hear. I certainly hope so, for Mr. Sholmes' sake. Anything else to look at? Anything else to look at? Oh, okay, we can examine the bed. This must be Mr. Sholmes' bed. Poor Hurley. I know. It's as stiff as a board, doesn't it? I don't think that will bother him. No? I often find him asleep face down on the floor, completely dead to the world. I think I'd call the police if I discovered something like that. Just a little bit. Crutches. Crutches. I wonder what these are. Do you have any idea, Iris? Oh, haven't you ever seen crutches before? Ding! Let me explain. They're for people with leg injuries to help them walk. You hold one under each arm, you see? Ah, right. I thought they were weapons of some sort. Why would there be weapons in a hospital? I thought maybe a fighter had been injured when a battle contest had been brought here along with his weapons. Shoulder. That's surprisingly plausible. Shoulder-mounted leg poles, I suppose. Okay, Gina. Gina next. Cell 13. Hi, Gina. Hello, Gina. Ah! Did you keep that in here? Oh, you still have the grenade launcher Hurley and I made. She wouldn't point it at me all the time, though. What are you here for? Ginny. I have a feeling it's because of us that you've ended up in trouble. So we were thinking that we might be able to help you. Huh? Well, you can't. Sorry? You heard. Get lost. Don't be like that, Ginny. I know you didn't do it. You'd never shoot someone. I just know you wouldn't. You think you know me? Pull the other one. Oh. You ain't got the first idea about the likes of me. I'm a thief. I pinch people's purses when they're walking down the street. That's how I get by. If I saw me chance, I'd sneak into a pawn shop at any day of the week. Just to see what I could lay me hands on. Get it? That's the kind of person I am. But Ginny. I'll be in court tomorrow, they said. Some cove came by before and said he'd be a lawyer for me or the like. Said it was my right or something. I told him to get stuffed. I don't need no lawyer. I don't need no one. She couldn't be staring at me any more obviously if she tried. Why are you being like this, Ginny? Would you ever look at, that's strange. Where's my armband gone? What's the problem? Something wrong? Don't suppose. You're looking for this? Yes, but how? And when? And how again? I got a talent for it, haven't I? Diving. It's bordering on black magic. It makes what I was about to say about my armband seem a little dull. So, what do you want to tell me about it then? Alright. Business time. I don't understand, Gina. Why did you send the public defender away? You wanted me to sign some papers. Representation papers or something like that. It's all gonna be rigged anyway. The whole trial. I'll put it on me because I'm a kid. That's what grown-ups always do. Why do you think that? Because that's how it's always been for me, growing up in the back slums, my whole life. If you do what the grown-ups tell you, it'll get your mates dragged off by the coppers, or worse. Had it happened to me before and all. Been sold out and nearly snaffled on the back for it. On the back of it. Snaffed. You can't trust no one, that's the point. As soon as you do, you're gone to grass. Dead. Gina, listen. If you like, in tomorrow's trial, I could... Forget it! Ginny! Don't you trust Runo? Nah, I don't. Look, I'll ask you nicely now. Just leave me alone. Not so fast. Wonder if by hook or by crook you were a part of this family, Gina. Will you tell us what happened, Gina? Last night, at the pawnbroker's. There's nothing to tell. I figured it'd pay me, so I broke into the place and started going through the storeroom. The old bloke walked in on me, and you know the rest. But why, Ginny? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Ain't it obvious? The place is full of stuff I could sell for a shilling or two. Diving ain't easy, you know. It's a lot of work. Half the time you don't even get nothing. Is that really why you broke into the place? What? Are you sure the true reason wasn't something else? Give it a rest. Give it a rest. What would be the point anyway, eh? Nothing I could say would make a blinded difference. Please, tell us, Ginny. We'll believe you. Whatever it is. Believe me. Don't be daft. You can't believe nothing. Everyone lies all the time. And you know what? When it comes to liars, I'm the biggest of the lot. I've told some unforgivable lies, I have. What do you mean by that? What unforgivable... There. My voice is going all over the place today. What unforgivable lies? We have to ask. What did you mean before, Gina, when you said you were the biggest liar of the lot? Why don't you tell us what these unforgivable lies you've told are? Maybe we can help. Sorry. We're out of time. They're gonna want to question me now. Ginny, please! Oh, yeah. I wanted to give you this. Something to remember me by. Gina! Kitty? A photographic print. A really adorable cat. That's the cat from the pawnbrokers. What? I found it in one of the pockets of this coat. Ain't no point in me having it. I wonder what a little photograph like that was doing in a pocket of that overcoat. Anyway, don't bother coming again. Bye. Oh, Ginny. White cat photograph. Well, thank you for, don't want to have asked. Sorry, things updating in the background, apparently. Gina. Oh. What is this? This is an adorable little cat. I think it looks a little like Wagahai. I always thought that cats like to curl up inside under the heated kotatsu blanket when it snowed. Maybe British cats are different. What is this? Look on the back of this print here. There's something written on it. 13th February, 9 o'clock p.m. Article deposited, 1 small box. Loan amount paid, 10 shillings. Redemption deadline, 13th April, 9 p.m. This photographic print is a redemption ticket? 13th February? That could be significant. It was just 2 days before the murder on the omnibus, wasn't it? A small box. That doesn't tell us much about it, does it? Bruno, Mr. McGill still had the ticket, and presumably he never redeemed the article. So do you think the box might still be present somewhere in the shop? Yes. If it's something McGill had deposited, we need to investigate. Pawnbroker's ticket. Interesting. Here, Gina, look at this. No, Tom. Doesn't say you could have it. Oh, weren't you? Oh. Well, when someone says I can't have stuff, it makes me want it. See? So you better hand it over now. No, I'm not giving it to you. Gina. We'll come back. We're not leaving you alone here forever. Well, Ginny, we have to help her. I hope Hurley's in good hands. Might miss what... that's interesting. If you let your concentration slip, you might miss what people have to say. Let's go to Baker Street. Oh, there's nothing to see here. There's a Bobby here. Hi, Bobby. There's still a Scotland Yard carriage outside Windibanks. Never imagined we'd be investigating a case so close to home. Poor Iris, she's very upset by all this. I don't blame her. I'm sorry. I was there. Should have done more. None of this is your fault, Bruno. So please, don't apologize. But it's the criminals who are to blame for all of this. So let's investigate and work out how to catch them. Yes, you're right. Okay, nothing much to see here. So... Trying to figure out what went down here. Oh god damn it, I meant to unpause and accidentally continued. That's right. Then. The two thugs I told you about were obviously ransacking the place, looking for valuables. But, apart from the policeman in here, you wouldn't know anything had happened. There's no sign of a disturbance. No, you're right about that, actually. In fact, if anyone, it's the police who seem to be the ones doing the ransacking. I know what you mean. Like a gang of organized criminals, all dressed in black.
Yeah. Oi, I heard that.
Gregson? Oh, Inspector. Good morning.
I suppose I ought to thank you for your vigilance last night. Got to the scene before it was disturbed, at least. Shame you let the two rogues get away, mind.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I thought you'd assigned extra men to the beat around here, Gregsy. Now look what's happened. Hurley's been injured because there weren't enough police on duty.
Yeah, your ladyship. No one told me you were coming.
I expect you to take full responsibility for what happened to Hurley and see he has the very best medical care.
Of course, your ladyship. The very best doctors at Capcom are dead and dumb as we speak.
Wrapped around her little finger. I don't think it's Runo's fault that the rogues managed to get away, is it? Chasing criminals is the police's job.
Absolutely, your ladyship. As you say, ma'am, as you say.
There are many benefits to being best friends with Iris Watson.
Wilson, Jet in Black is totally blameless. Everyone's in agreement about that.
Do you believe it? He's like a completely different person with Iris. Talk about a personality change.
Oh, where are me manners? Are you thirsty, your ladyship? Perhaps you'd like some juice? Some nice, refreshing fruit juice.
I'll take some, Gregsy. Oh, why? Are you thirsty, Gregsy? I have some of my special herbal tea with me, if you'd like some.
Bloody delicious.
Ah, lovely. Very much.
I'd hit the spot. Your ladyship.
I don't even recognize him like this. Inspector Gregson, could you give me your opinion about this, do you think? Oh, no one reacts.
We don't tend to share, sunshine. Not with the general public.
In that case, Gregsy, how about some herbal tea?
Lovely. Very much. I'd really hit the spot. Your ladyship.
I don't mind sharing that, then. Alright. How's it going? So, how's the investigation going, Inspector?
Nothing to it, really. A very simple case, this. There's some very definitive evidence. We're just about to charge that diver we arrested last night, in fact.
Gina? You're gonna charge her?
That's right. I should be able to bring her before the judge at the Bailey tomorrow.
Definitive evidence, you say? What is it? Come on, show me.
Yeah, your ladyship, as much as I wish I could oblige you, I'm afraid.
Uh-oh. Ah, I see. You've already captured the pair of thugs who broke in here last night, have you?
What the?
And you're going to put them on the stand as witnesses, are you?
How could you? Ow! How'd you possibly know that?
I had a feeling, that's all. Remind me never to try to keep a secret from Iris. So you arrested the two men who shot Mr. Holmes, have you? It makes me wonder if she knows what's actually going on with Susato. In that case.
Well, yes, they were rounded up pretty quickly by the lads on the beat.
And Miss Lestrade is being held in prison.
She should be. Assuming she hasn't lifted the key from the jailer, of course.
Munch. Munch. You tell us anything about Mr. Holmes? What's his condition?
Sorry, I'm not at liberty to divulge that information. Scotland Yard matters are strictly confidential.
Well, I know he's being operated on at St. Sinner's. Why can't I see him? I'm family, you know.
I'm terribly sorry, Your Ladyship. It's the hospital's policy. No visiting at all.
Oh!
Bullet must have hit an artery in his midriff. He's lost a fair bit of blood.
Oh no.
Didn't seem too bad in the first hour or so. A hemorrhage like that's enough to make even the one and only Holmes pipe down.
Mr. Holmes is a human like the rest of us, you know.
Well, anyway, he's having emergency surgery right now. They gotta stop that bleeding.
But he will be alright, won't he? They'll be able to make him better.
Oh, of course, Your Ladyship. He'll be as right as rain before you know it.
Really? How do you know?
How do I know? Well, because, yes, because Mr. Holmes is such a great detective, that's why.
You better pray the doctors have a better grasp of what's needed to make someone well again. Oh dear. Please don't die, Hurley.
I'll report to Your Ladyship the moment I hear he's out of the operating theatre.
Good man. Her Ladyship, huh? I couldn't help noticing, Inspector,
What? Out with it, sunshine.
Well, there seems to be a marked difference between the way you talk to me and Iris.
What's the sauce, Sonny? I'm a copper. We don't go in for favoritism.
But he's right. You do treat us differently.
It's because of those adventures of Sherlock Holmes stories, that's why.
Oh.
Crop up at him, don't I? Back to Tobias Gregson.
Oh, well, yes, because you're an acquaintance of Hurley's. What'd you write about the inspector, Iris? I don't remember, really.
It's one of Sholmes' lines. Gregson's the smartest of the Scotland Yarders, is how he put it.
Oh, did I write that?
And you know what that one line did for me, eh? Very next month my pay doubled. Doubled, I tell you.
Ah. Oh, that's amazing.
Well, because everyone at the Yard reads them. They read all the Sherlock Holmes stories. They even set up a fan club for me.
Of course. That explains everything. It was around that time that you became such a toady to me.
Can you blame me? All I'd take is one bad word from you and Holmes could change his tune about me. Gregson? No, the great detective will say. He's getting quite overrated these days. Think of what happened to my Sally if that came out in print, eh? The whole thing gives me the willies. Can't tell you how many nights of sleep I've lost to worrying about it.
That would never happen, Gregsy.
Every month when the new Rand's magazine comes out, my hands are trembling as I turn the pages.
Oh, how awful for you. Here, have some of my tea to settle your nerves. Ugh, 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 ugh. Ah, lovely. Oh, very much. I really hit the spot. Your ladyship. Teetotal. Total?
Oh, yeah. It was something I was supposed to talk to you about, actually, Mr. Naruhodo.
Yeah? Really? What was it?
Got an important message from you. Clean forgot about it until now.
Important message? I wonder what it could be. Are you going to tell me what this important message is then, Inspector?
Yeah, it's about that young lady who's normally by your side. Your assistant.
Dear Suzie, is she alright? She's at the station, isn't she? Being questioned, I believe.
Nope, not anymore. She had to head off.
Head off? Where?
To Lord Strongheart's office, of course. He summoned her.
Ah. Yes, of course. I'd forgotten about that.
One of the whipstocks took her there in a yard carriage after we finished questioning her. She asked us to tell you she didn't have the fare for the return journey and to go and meet her there. It's got nerve using Scotland Yard as a bloomin' message in service.
I see. Well, thank you for passing that on, Inspector. Why did Suzie have to go see the Lord Chief Justice? She didn't tell me. Better head over to the Lord Chief Justice's office to fetch her straight away. I suppose we should. Hello, sir. These are scouring every inch of this place by the look of it.
Instructions of the yard are to examine every article in the shop and every ledger and book of accounts.
Every article? But that's a ridiculous amount of work, surely.
Been hard at it ever since the shop was declared a crime scene in the early hours. Sifting through all of it all in shifts at least, but still. We're working through the night, that's for sure. Even then we'll barely have scratched the surface.
Crime in a pawnbroker's. Must be every policeman's worst nightmare.
It's every copper's worst nightmare, you know, a crime in a pawnbroker's.
Oh, imagine that. Alright then, let's see what we can uncover.
Oi, what do you think you're doing, Sunshine? You can't touch anything in here.
Oh, but we were hoping to investigate.
This is a crime scene for Pete's sake. No touching.
What's the problem, Gregsy? Runa's a lawyer, you know that.
Oh, I'm so sorry, ladyship. Ever so sorry.
Rules and regulations are a thorn in my side. Oh, so if Mr. Naruhodo was to have been properly appointed by the accused, that'd be another matter. The accused?
If you'd show me some representation papers, I'd be only too happy to let you nose around.
Did you hear that, Runa? You need to sign some representation papers. Looks like presenting the detective here with the correct paperwork is the only way. Alright, fair enough. Let's bugger off then. Lord Chief Justice. Susie's waiting. We need to go and meet her. Yes. No matter how many times I come here, I always get the same sense of oppressiveness somehow. Do you think that place is oppressive? This place is oppressive? I think it's normal. How so? I mean, look at that suit of armor over there. You can't take that seriously, can you? Maybe it thinks the same about you. So everything is clear with regard to tomorrow's arrangements, I trust. Yes. Thank you very much. There they are. Susato-san and Lord Strongheart. What's going on? I know what they're talking about. They both look very serious. Very good. There's nothing further to discuss. You may return to your lodgings. No doubt you have much to do in preparation for your return to your homeland. Wait. What did he just say? Your return to your homeland? Susato-san! Ah. Birds. Oh, Mr. Naruhodo. What was all that about? Ah, Mr. Naruhodo. Thank you for coming to collect your colleague. What's this all about? Are you talking about Miss Susato's return to her homeland? And... tomorrow? Tomorrow? What about Ginny's trial? You mean... she's been formally charged now? Oh dear. What is going on? Susato, what's this all about? Oh, please don't concern yourself, Mr. Naruhodo. I'll only be going back to Japan. Your life here can continue just as if as... That's not what I asked! Huh? What happened? Why are you leaving? It's my father. He's fallen ill. Oh no! Professor Mikitoba! If I may. Yes, sorry? You must be the defendant. Ryunosuke Naruhodo, I believe? Yes, that's right! Man, how far we've come. My name is Yujin Mikitoba. I'm a professor of forensic medicine here at Yume University. Received an international telegram from the Empire of Japan informing us of the news. "10 days ago. Father collapsed with a fever. The cause is apparently unknown. It seems he grows weaker day by day. I don't believe it. As you are aware, the voyage from here to your country's capital, Tokyo, takes some 50 days. I thought it would be prudent to hasten Miss Susato's departure as much as possible. Yes, absolutely. I will leave London first thing tomorrow morning. I can't believe this is happening. Oh. So Gina has been charged. She'll have to appear in court. Yeah, she was formally charged a few hours ago. The date of the trial has already been set for tomorrow. No, not even 24 hours later. Gina? Ah, the Lestrade girl and the murder of the Baker Street pawnbroker, yes. An all too conspicuous case. The pickpocket was clearly disturbed mid-robbery and shot the man in a panic. No, the art is overstretched as it is, without wasting time on these open and shut cases. It's not wasting time. Ginny would never do something like that. Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, yes, Lord Strongheart? In defense of your fine services to date, I shall overlook this young girl's insolence. But I have no recollection of admitting a child into my office. Leave. Now. Of course, Lord Strongheart.
Criminals will tell the most palpable lies in order to evade justice. The police can ill afford the time it takes to unravel all of their untruths. Meanwhile, more crimes are perpetrated. We have far more serious matters with which to contend.
Serious matters? Didn't Gregson mention something like that yesterday? Yes. Dr. Gregson made a similar remark yesterday.
It's no concern of yours, though I'm sure I need not remind you of that. "3 minutes precisely until my next meeting. You must excuse me."
There's just one more thing, Lord Strongheart.
Which is?
It's Miss Lestrade's trial. I wonder if you might permit me to defend her.
A timely suggestion.
Sorry?
The girl currently has no representation.
But that's not fair! Yes, she may be a pickpocket, but she still deserves a fair trial.
Do not misunderstand me, young lady. Government provides for those too poor to afford representation with a public defender. The accused need only sign the relevant paperwork, and the defense barrister will be assigned to the case. However, the young girl in question has refused that right.
Why would she do that?
A question you would do well to direct at Miss Lestrade. Oops, we kind of went out of order there. You'll find her at the local prison.
Yes, thank you.
Now then, it's time I was leaving. Good day to you.
What a day. Gina charged with murder. Susato-san about to leave. Come, Mr. Naruhodo. Iris, we must make haste. But, Suzie! You're leaving for Japan tomorrow morning, aren't you? Don't you have packing and things to do? As Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant, my personal circumstances are of no consequence. My sole purpose remains to help you in whatever way I can. Thank you, Miss Susato. It's a very pensive look. I think we ought to visit Gina first. In any case, I should like to wish her well before I leave. Yes, that sounds like a good idea. Let's go. If I'm honest, this has completely thrown me off. I just have to do what I can, as a lawyer.
Oh, I like this ambiance here.
Zillions, Gina must be feeling very lonely.
You're not wrong. Tries to put up a strong front, but she must be horribly lonely.
Huh.
I mean, we've seen it for ourselves, right? She denied their invitation for dinner at the start, but then ultimately showed up.
Hello again, Gina.
Oh, here we go. They still let you have that. In prison.
What are you lot here for now?
To have the muzzle of that grenade launcher shoved in our faces yet again, obviously.
I think I need to improve the way you load ammunition into that thing, don't I? Look! You can come as many times as you like, but I ain't got nothing more to say to you. Gina, I wonder if you might hear me out. There's something I'd like to say. What? I'm sorry to say that I must reluctantly bid you farewell. Eh? Farewell? Tomorrow I must begin my journey back home, to Japan. I fear we may never meet again. Right. I've had the pleasure of meeting so many lovely people here in London. I have so many wonderful memories. And yet, as things stand now, it will be a glum parting indeed. Poor Iris is so miserable. Suzie. Well, that ain't my business. Both Iris and Mr. Naruhodo believe you to be innocent, Gina. They put their faith in you. But somehow, you can't find it in your heart to put your faith in them. Yeah, that's right, I can't. What of it? It grieves me greatly to have to say goodbye to my friends when they're so clearly unhappy. Because of you. What? It's my fault? Yes. So I have one final request, Gina, before our paths never cross again. Right here and now. I want you to show both of them that you don't deserve the faith they've invested in you. Oh. Eh? Only by doing that will you truly be as alone as you claim to be.
Wow.
What are you talking about? What do you expect me to do, eh? You've told us that everyone lies. So prove it! By admitting one of your own untruths. What about what you said before, Ginny? You said something about unforgivable lies. You must tell Mr. Naruhodo and Iris the truth now. That is my last request before I leave. My last request as a judicial assistant. Oh, no, I can't. Whatever these lies are, they're obviously weighing very heavily on Gina's mind. Gina, I could be wrong, but... something to do with what happened 2 months ago? Something about that trial? Ah. The one in which Magnus McGilded was acquitted. The case of that mysterious murder that took place inside the omnibus. You were called as a witness by the prosecution. Is that what this is about? Yeah, you're right. Because in that trial, I lied. I lied like you wouldn't believe. Will you tell us about it now? Like you said, it all happened 2 months ago. The coppers got hold of me and shoved me in the witness stand. Based on your testimony, Mr. McGilded was declared innocent. Yeah, well, the thing is, I lied about a whole bunch of stuff. I knew it. What sort of thing did you lie about? I was hiding under the seat that night. That was the truth. It was pitch black in that little cubbyhole. I couldn't see a thing. And then... shit. I heard that loud thud. Like someone falling on the floor. That's when Mr. McGilded discovered you. Yeah. He pulled me out from under the seat. Sat me next to the dead man. There wasn't much light to see by, but when I looked at me hands, I had the cub's blood all over them. I was so scared. I couldn't even speak. You had his blood on your hands. In other words, it was Gina that the witnesses on the roof deck saw through the skylight. Then, Mr. McGilded started asking you questions, I suppose. Who you were, and why you were hiding under the seat. Yeah, he did. Only, that's not all. What do you mean? I mean, he threatened me. Threatened you how? Made me swear about what I'd seen and what I'd heard. About what he was going to do after the cub was found dead. Made me swear I wouldn't tell no one about any of it. If I did that, he said he'd let me scarp up before the coppers showed up. Gina, you must tell me what he swore you to secrecy about. What you saw, what you heard. Everything. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Got a lot going on here. I think we're going to save this for next video. Oh. So poor Gina was a victim. Poor Gina was a victim of McGilded in the end. Jeez. Sheesh. Oh, lordy.